But yeah, we were talking about XQC because apparently this is the new drama, the new debate. Here's what he said. Like the eminent booba enjoyer, okay? Literally the horniest motherfucker. Like the bazonkers guy who we all know what his fucking TikTok likes look like, okay? He can't get 1810. So what is he doing? Instead of focusing on breaking fucking Forson's record, instead of trying to fucking go fast, he's just drama baiting.
Bro, listen. I'm sorry. I respect all creators. I do. I just think that buying OnlyFans shit is one of the most degenerational action of mankind.
Brother, just know you bring genuine joy and happiness to people.
This is the biggest says you I've ever fucking seen in my entire life, okay? I have never seen a bigger says you moment. I don't even think he believes it personally. Sometimes I think he just says shit that comes out of his mouth, and it's just like he said it's degenerate to pay for OnlyFans. I assume in the most charitable interpretation of this, I'm going to go ahead and assume that he means like, oh, it's degenerate to pay for it when it exists for free, right? Now, this is hilarious for like multiple reasons, okay? It's still so funny being a wealthy adult man and still hold the thought that like buying porn is cringe. Okay, dude, you sound like you're making a Justin Bieber gay type joke 15 years after kids were doing that. Grow up, nerd. Yeah, bro, that, but also you're a Twitch streamer. Like, we literally make this content for free and people still give us $5 a month to avoid the top of the hour ad breaks. Like, that's insane. You know what I mean? I mean, that was an insane debate. That was a 10-10 debate. At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime. You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Like, Matty Codes and Sakura Gore, 20 big ones. 20 big ones right there. Timing on that is excellent. Debate, lead up, no inflection change. That's tight. I kept it tight. Here's a 3-minute ad break now, baby. That's 40 people that'll no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. Thank you, Matty Codes and Sakura Gore. See, notice how all these people just subbed for something that's literally free. It's free. Okay? So considering that to be degenerational, dude, is hilarious. Okay? Subbing to an OnlyFans makes far more sense than subbing to a Twitch streamer. OnlyFans, you get titties at least. Twitch streamer, you might get a shout out. Yeah, you're not. Like, you're not. You're literally not even getting a shout out. Like, maybe if you fucking gift subs, but that's it. And even then, if it's too much, I tell you, stop gifting subs and I stop reading them. You know what I mean? Max. I'm sure Felix doesn't even do that for the gifted subs because he has even more subs than I do. He probably doesn't even thank the gifted subs, right? So, nah, people paying for OnlyFans content are coping. Brother, people pay for a million different things on the internet. You yourself are paying as a subscriber, 1.5-year subscriber of mine. You're literally subscribed to me for 1.5 years for content that is not only free, but it's so fucking free you could literally take the IP and make your own YouTube channel and make money off of it, okay? That's how fucking free 99 this shit is, which is always laughable that people still yell at me about socialism, by the way, or whatever. But like, you're doing it because you enjoy the content. You're doing it because you want more of it. You're doing it because you want to show support, right? Or a million different reasons. But this is the most fucking free content you can get on the internet, pretty much. And yet people still do it. The only reason why you consider the OnlyFans payment to be degenerate, despite the fact that there's so much free porn out there, is because it's sex work. It's the sexual component that makes it degen. But which leads me to my second part of this conversation. which I find very funny, which is that XQC is the king of degens. I mean, he has called himself the king of the rats in the past. That was only a 9.18. Come on, man. Some people are just fucking giving low rankings for no reason on that. XC trying to say that people buy OnlyFans for the girlfriend aspect of it, which is degenerate, meaning he would rather have people jerk off to online porn. Yeah, that if that's the case, and I would say that this is the most charitable interpretation, there is an element of truth to what he's saying there. Because yes, if you think that like you're actually in a relationship, because I've talked about this before as well. There is like I've opened up the fucking hood and looked under the engine of how OnlyFans operates. And there are a lot of sad motherfuckers out there. It's basically like the same element of like therapy that exists in old school prostitution or escorting, right? This is like a very real thing. If you look at different cultures, if you look at like geisha, for example, it's not necessarily just about like sexual gratification, but there is an element of like therapy that is included in that. And I think a lot of people utilize OnlyFans for that reason. Now, of course, under capitalism, that shit is like clearly very much outsourced to a dude working in an Indian bot farm. So you're not actually talking to the content creator. I know for a fucking fact that that's not the case. Opening up the hood is a funny way to say you paid for someone's OnlyFans. No, I have been very open about this. Like, I don't have an OnlyFans account. It's pure convenience for me. Like, I'm just too lazy. I meant like I've seen the other side from way back in the day when I was hooking up with a girl that does OnlyFans. I remember looking at her indirects and looking at her like DMs and messages, going through it and having a long and almost drawn out conversation about like how insane they would become if they actually handled like if they actually truly were the people responding to it. Because a lot of the people say insane shit. I've been a sex worker for years, and most of the people who message me just want to talk. Yeah, there's that. But then there's like real freaks out there too. So on that front, if you truly think you're getting a girlfriend experience, because there are a lot of people who are unfortunately very unhealthy, there are a lot of people who literally think that they're talking to the OnlyFans girl themselves. I'm sure certain OnlyFans content creators are personally handling their messages and whatnot, but for the most part, especially all the top dogs, they're not the ones who are responding to the messages. And the unfortunate reality is that there is an element of like sadness, a lot of sadness there. Honestly, watching porn is a DGen, but are paying for it. Now you just have a mental illness, in my opinion. No, wait, see, this is what I mean. Like, what do you mean watching porn is degenerate, but paying for it? You have a mental illness, Lamau? That's insane. No. No, I do not agree with this. The presumed emotional labor that has to be done by women or just sex workers in general, it's not always just women, but it is one aspect of I mean, it's a medium that serves a specific purpose, and that purpose is sexual gratification. I don't have an issue with it. I think that as long as it's done by consenting adults, it's great. It's wonderful. Especially OnlyFans gives you more autonomy, even though there are processes that kind of fuck that up as well with management firms and a litany of other complications that come from not being able to like access your finances or not being able to bank adequately when you do this kind of content. But yeah, it's ridiculous. Watching porn is haram. Yeah, well, I would call what your mom did to me last night haram as well, my friend. But, you know, we both got a lot of enjoyment out of it. So don't you agree that sites like OnlyFans and even webcam apps prey on vulnerable men? I'm pro sex work, but still. See, this is my favorite type of this is my favorite type of like critical of sex work conversation, because like the overwhelming majority of conversation that revolves around sex work basically features women being trafficked, women being groomed, women being harmed, and then like going into sex work, which obviously this does happen, but that's not sex work. That's sex trafficking. There's a totally separate classification for it. But it's always from the perspective of like how it predates women, right? I love when someone comes in and goes, it preys on vulnerable men, actually. Have you thought about the vulnerable Johns? Have you thought about the vulnerable men that are like, you know, they just can't stop themselves from fucking masturbating furiously? You know what I mean? You got... I hate this idea that men are vulnerable to women's sexual charms. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Like, I don't agree with that at all. But ultimately, there is an element of like, if you truly think that the person that you're giving, you know, $5 to see like titty pics from, or the person that you're sending specific messages to like make a specific kind of video for you and you only, remember that like those girls will take that video, send it to you, because the management firm will be like, this guy's a big guy, this guy's a whale, okay? Please film this for this dude who's like giving you, you know, a lot of money. And then they will fucking literally send it to everyone else as well. They will go and say, hey, sexy, I have a new video coming out. Like, if you want to see that, it's like a very special one. And they message it out. They mass blast it to every single fucking person that's like following them. I'm just letting you know. Lamau, no, not me. Okay, everybody does it, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Don't give us a bad name. Everyone does it. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just letting you know, if you're a consumer, okay, if you're an OnlyFans watcher, enjoyer, whatever the fuck, just know that that's, you know, like, don't develop a parasocial relationship. Don't develop a parasocial relationship with content creators on twitch.tv. Don't develop a parasocial relationship with content creators on OnlyFans. XQC was also trying to make the main point of the only reason why people sub to the OnlyFans is for the girlfriend experience. If you didn't want that experience, then you could just jerk off to any hot girl online. No. That's not true. I think a lot of girls literally, first of all, that's not true. There's plenty of fucking content creators on OnlyFans that don't do content elsewhere. So that's the reason why I'm fairly certain. That's the reason why people go on OnlyFans. Have you actually used it? I think you're wrong on this. I have never personally used it. I have only seen the other side of it. I've only seen, like, I don't have an OnlyFans account. I've never subscribed to an OnlyFans. I've never paid for OnlyFans. I've never done that. There is a personalization component, certainly, which is why I mentioned that. And I do think that that is one aspect of it that people should, that's one aspect of it. The personal like feelings that you are developing for a content creator is not real. That's what I'm saying. But in a lot of instances, you're just doing it because, like any other business, everyone has their own standards. Little Liana, I can't speak for your OnlyFans, obviously. But what I'm talking about is, I think, something that you recognize as well. A lot of people that have managers, a lot of people that work with like big OnlyFans management companies, yeah, they have a bot farm. They're they have someone else responding to those messages, which makes sense. Like, if you're a top content creator, you're getting like thousands of people being like, "I love you. You're my girlfriend." You can't fucking have this conversation with every single person. You're talking about LA OnlyFans girls? Yes, I'm talking about some of the top OnlyFans content creators. Okay? Isn't this a gross generalization? How do you know that some models don't fall in love with their pay piggies? You don't understand what we have together. Okay, shut up. It's How would he explain all the men that do OnlyFans, including straight male porn stars that have their OnlyFans and fuck female porn stars on it? Exactly. OnlyFans, as far as I understand it, is great for kink. It's great for queer stuff, and it's great for like highly it's great for other specialized fields, and it's also a lot of exclusive content that you get. It's funny that I'm the one who's like caping for it because I'm not a user of OnlyFans. I'm just a straight Pornhub, sometimes BEEG.com kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like, I literally am just like, I'm such a vanilla masturbator. It's not even fucking funny. Yeah, Beej can be mid as fuck usually, but I'm such a normie, vanilla ass masturbator. I go to the McDonald's of porn to fucking jerk off. So it's kind of funny that it's like, yeah, I basically Google boobies and jerk off to that. It's the equivalent of that. And yet I'm here defending OnlyFans from the perspective of sex workers because I have a lot of friends that do OnlyFans, and I've seen, I've seen the other side of it more so. And I certainly understand. Honestly, not paying for porn is the most problematic thing I've heard about HasanAbi. I never said I don't pay for sex work. Like, I go to strip clubs as an experience. I've literally been to a brothel, which fucking anti-sex work psychopaths will regularly fucking scream about. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something I hide. I think that it's, these are experiences that I have taken part in. But I've done it all. So OnlyFans is good for sex workers on contrast to how women are treated in porn. OnlyFans is certainly better for all sex workers in general because they have more autonomy over what kind of content they want to make. And you also sleep with supermodels. You don't need to be as degenerate and low-class masturbator as us. No, that's not true. It doesn't matter. As someone who's done it all, I can tell you with a certainty that, like, watching porn and jerking off to porn is fine. It's great. Sometimes you want to go analog. You know what I mean? The fuck do you mean? It's great. Awesome. Dude, I have friends. I have some friends that are literal pay pigs, okay? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know what kind of gratification they get out of it, but they are literally fucking pay pigs. They have sex with supermodels. They date, some of the best looking women I've ever seen. And this is, again, heteronormative. I apologize. But then they fucking turn around and literally love pay pigging, okay? They love it. They enjoy it. It's their thing. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's one of the most ethical ways of conducting sex work in general. I know sex workers absolutely fucking love pay pigs, obviously. They don't even have to do anything. They just yell at you and say, give me fucking money. And then they go, yes, here you go. And then they jerk off to that. It's very strange. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Pay pigs, for the most part, in the industry, in the sex work industry, are seen as like the golden goose, the golden geese, basically. What? Fuck Wire Brushes donated $10. Said, hi, Hassan, big fan. Wanted to donate to spread the word to get rid of your wire brush to clean your grill. I ate at a friend's last week and ended up having to do emergency surgery to remove one of the bristles from my intestines. Sorry to interrupt. Thank you for the $10 dono. Fuck Wire Brushes. That is... I have to read that one because that's the funniest fucking dono I've ever gotten. So anyway, where were we? Do you acknowledge that sex work is often dangerous because the contradictions in capitalism are amplified by the patriarchy? Yes. What? That's like pro-sex worker. What the fuck? This is literally like defending sex work 101. Like that's not even 101. It's like ground zero. Yeah, of course. I love when people come in here and like when we're having like higher level conversation about sex work and they ask like pretty basic shit. 17-month subscriber. Just wanted to take because a friend of mine was asking. Yes, I do acknowledge that there is a plenty of dangers, and only made worse by people who are literally fucking. They come in with the most basic level, like, yes, dude, we talked about this back in 2018. Yeah. They think that sex work is the one thing you aren't intersectional about? No. Oftentimes when people ask questions like that, sex work is the one thing that they are not intersectional about. That's usually where that kind of conversation comes from. Most people who are pro-sex work or are sex workers know what my perspective is because of my advocacy on the matter. It's usually Hasan, you just need to stop beating up trans women, then maybe I'll subscribe. Listen. No. My job is weird sometimes because I can be completely happy and content with my life. But then I have a million bitches in my ear telling me it's so sad that I'm a sex worker. Yeah. Exactly. This is a thing that I hear so fucking frequently from sex worker friends of mine. It's just like one of the funniest fucking aspects of this. It's one of the funniest aspects because people will just be like, oh, honey, I can't believe like you're doing sex work. Oh man, it's so sad. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? Sounds like half of your chat talking about you as a streamer. Yeah. It's so patronizing. Yeah. How is that not exploitative? What if these pay pigs just do it because of porn addiction? It's not misogynistic to care about these people just because they're men. Wait, what? Brother, it's a kink. The fuck do you mean? They say that the women in Artemis were most likely trafficked from Eastern Europe. Yeah, I know. They will never stop with that one. The new meta is like, although the Berlin government was forced to fucking literally pay Artemis, the brothel that I went to, that's like still in operation, one of the most famous brothels in the fucking entirety of Europe, had to pay 150 grand in fines for literally what the Berlin government did. They still turn around and they're like, well, technically they're contracted. It's the contractors that were doing sex trafficking. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you saying? Like, I'm not even fucking defending Artemis. Like, fuck the fuck Artemis, okay? I'm sick and tired of like talking about this goddamn brothel. It's so fucking stupid, dude. People bring it up repeatedly and go absolute bananas mode over it too. There's never any truth about it. I don't know how to fucking address it. I've addressed it so many times. Learn your lesson. Don't debate femcells, swerves. They're bad for your health, bro. Yeah. 4chan shitters on Twitter make up insane shit about this and swerves eat it up. Yeah, because anyway, The only aspect of what, if I'm going to be extremely charitable to what XQC is saying, if he thinks that like the entirety of OnlyFans is about fucking the girlfriend experience, which it's not. But if he thinks that that's the only thing that it's about, from the perspective of like a person who legitimately thinks that they're in a relationship with a content creator, yes, it is very sad. It's not the case, and they need to fucking recognize that immediately.
Genuine joy and happiness to people who need it. When you're on your
Of mankind, like actually, like legitimately. It is one of the most deliberate, life backpedaling, progress hindering, brain rotting activity that anybody's ever come up with.
Again, incredible that like XQC is saying this, because like you are a peddler of brain rotting activity. So am I. It's like it's wild. He's on this like anti-sex work arc. I don't even understand, because he's not even anti-sex work from what I understand. I would talk to him about it. I would love to hear his perspective on the matter. Does he think it's new? That's what people have been paying prostitutes in the beginning of time? Yeah, exactly. Like, I just don't understand how he can... I'm confused. I'm not even, like, doing the, it's the hypocrisy argument, right? Like, obviously that shit's funny. Like, the hypocrisy of it is funny. But for me, it's more so about, like, how do you not recognize, like, how can you not empathize with sex workers in that same regard? Because like what we do is the service that we provide is like not all that fucking different. Obviously there's no sexual component to it. Does XC just look for new things to get in drama for? I think he's just like fucking cracked out doing 10-hour to 18-hour Minecraft runs non-fucking stop. And the more he throws his like god seeds on Minecraft, the more his brain fucking melts a little bit and just starts fucking blurting out whatever the fuck comes to his mind. Might rot your brain even more.
Actually, yeah, I do have a problem.
No, I saw this. I mean, this is a meme. I do this shit too, so who cares? That part I don't give a shit about. Like that's
anybody's ever come up with them.
He's doing the groundwork to have a go-to counter whenever anyone brings up gambling. Yeah, I think that's basically what's happening as well. Maybe he was a pay pig and the girl dropped him. No. I don't think that that's what's going on.
No, on top of that, they fucking pay for it. Bro, listen.
Whenever a male creator comes out hating OnlyFans girls, I know that they just got their heart broken. No, like, I don't even think he hates OnlyFans content creators. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Your Rage chimed in and defended him a little bit. He said, I don't know why people are surprised with this take. Normal people have always roasted, people have always been roasted for buying porn. This take is normal to the average person. I don't know where we're acting brand new now. More and more people are starting to buy porn, so there's way more people that feel offended by this, is my idea. I don't know, XQC ain't saying nothing wrong, though. Submit to buying porn to fulfill themselves that are putting the work to actually meet people IRL. Shit crazy. Bro, if one day I was extremely horny enough to the point where I needed to buy porn, I got to just hold them subliminal roast because it's all facts. After that nut is busted, you should 100% realize it's all facts, because after you bust, you just straight logical. I mean, that part is funny, but I don't really understand. Like I said, I have no issue with people that want to buy it. I say this as someone who ironically doesn't even fucking have an OnlyFans account. Like, I've never bought OnlyFans. But like, I get why people would do that. I don't know why people cap whenever I say this. I spent the past hour describing to you that there is absolutely nothing embarrassing or wrong about having an OnlyFans. Why the fuck would I lie to you about this? I tell you what kind of porn I jerk off to on a regular basis. I have no shame on this matter. I literally told you I went to a fucking brothel. Oh my God. Everybody always caps. Anytime I say I don't have an OnlyFans, everybody fucking caps nonstop. Fuck me. Holy shit. Spends all his money on figurines with 50 points of articulation. Yeah, there's truth to that. I also don't know why people will fucking, I mean, I hear this from Swerfs a lot. Well, they'll be like, I'm not against sex workers. I'm against Johns, right? People who purchase sex work. Some of those guys are fucking freaks, certainly. You know why? Because they're dudes, okay? Dudes are freaks regardless. Now, having said that, whenever people go, oh, I'm against Johns, it's like, okay, so what do you want? You want, like, sex work to not be consumed then? Like, what are you doing? Like, so how will sex workers exist then? If no one is, like, able to pay for it? What the fuck do you mean? It's just a way to basically say, you don't want sex work to exist, but in a way that like makes you seem more woke and not as like openly anti-sex work. Tracer, DVA, or Mercy, best Overwatch porn character. I can only speak for Mercy. I have seen Mercy Overwatch porn, and that was great actually. Oh, we got a crime. We got a crime. Got a new crime happening. Question. I know people who are pro sex work but hate passport bros. I understand why, because dudes are super annoying, but does hating them make you a swerve, or is it more because of an exploitation? No, I think it is weird. No, passport bros or like sex tourism is fucking weird. People try to say that like I did it when I was like fucking 19 or whatever, when I was already in Berlin, and I was like, yeah, I'll fucking go check this shit out, which is hilarious because do I look like I need to fucking go to a brothel to get a nut, you fucking dingus? Shut up, you ugly ass hag. Shut the fuck up. If you're a swerf out here who literally is like, if you're a swerf out here, okay, on your 18th fucking cat, you know, doing your yarn work while simultaneously tweeting about the ethics of fucking sex work, and you're like, oh, you're such a sex tourist. You're such a sex tourist. The fuck do you mean? Look at me. Look at me. Shut the fuck up, idiot. Making it seem like I have to do fucking, I have to go and go to a brothel to fucking get sex work. Oh my God. Your narcissism makes you ugly? No, this is the one aspect that is so fucking unimaginably stupid. Okay? Especially because it's always these fucking weirdo swerves that are like absolutely brain broken. Swerves are sex work exclusionary radical feminists. Someone literally put you on blast for fucking supermodels like 5 minutes ago. Anyway, having said that though, I do think it's like weird. I do think it's I do find it strange because like when we talk about sex tourism, all of a sudden you're having a conversation about people living in the first world going to underdeveloped countries that have been exploited aggressively in the global marketplace to take advantage. And in that circumstance, there are people like the level of exploitation on or the likelihood and the level of exploitation skyrockets in that situation. So I do find that very weird. It's okay when I do it, but not okay when you do it. First of all, no, you're a fucking idiot. I literally have spent the past hour and 30 minutes defending sex work, so shut the fuck up. No, it's okay when everybody does it. I just hate that these motherfuckers make it seem like I literally am like traveling the world to do sex tourism or some shit. Okay?